Speaking of going missing for a period of time, we're going to be talking about time travelers today.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, let me just.
Oh, thank you.
Just give you a
Thank
little
you.
clap.
I'm doing a bow right now.
You
Most
deserve it.
bizarre time travel stories of all time.
Yeah.
So this is from grunge.com and written by Deborah Kelly.
Yeah, in 2017.
Nice.
Talking about time.
She must have went back in time to write this.
From yesterday.
Yeah.
Actually, what if we read this, right? Stay with me here. We read this, and then 2 weeks from now, she'll hear this and write down what we say. Then she'll go back in time to release this.
Oh my god.
Why? I don't know.
She couldn't search it up herself. I don't know. Like somehow, like she's just like somehow listening to us for some reason.
I think because she felt she had to. You know, Deborah Kelly, in the future, 2 weeks from now, she has access to a time machine. And
Yep.
no one else is named Deborah Kelly.
And for some reason, in this facility, she decides to go on to SoundCloud and look up the Folklore Scrolls. And
Yeah.
be like, what should I do back in time? And she finds this podcast.
Exactly.
And then she's like, I gotta go write these stories.
It's like that. It's that thing. What was that thing? It's like there's a composer, and then like someone hears like the music, and they go back in time to meet the composer, but only to find out that like they were actually the composer all along.
Oh my god.
And so who wrote the music is like what like the theory there.
Was that the movie about the Beatles?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, I see.
It's just an old story, but it might not even be a musician. There's like a few variants of it.
Alright, well, let's find out what these stories are about. Of all mysterious phenomena, time travel is the one that we want to be real. Spontaneous human combustion? Not so much. The possibilities are endless, and according to some people, they've already experienced them. Of course, it's easy to dismiss all of these people as nuts or liars, but that's exactly what the Time Gestapo wants you to do.
Exactly. Number 1, Project Pegasus and Andrew Basiago. And we got some
I
picture
like this
of,
picture here. It looks like almost like Abraham Lincoln in a way.
Yes.
That's what I'm getting anyways.
No matter what your political views are, we can all agree that the 2016 presidential election was a pretty wild ride. And that's probably the only reason that it wasn't more widely publicized. That there was a time traveler running for office. I have no idea about this election, but
You know what's funny is that anytime you ever read about this, it's like an American that thinks that the entire world cares about the election. It's like, no. It's just one country.
people in Sweden land.
Yeah, the
are
people in
just,
Sweden were like following it, like, it's like, oh my god, this is gonna change our lives.
I really want this guy Al Gore to win.
Mm.
Oh boy. It's the only reason that it wasn't more widely publicized that there was a time traveler running for office. Andrew Basiago, a practicing lawyer, claims that he's been traveling through time since he was only 6 years old.
And somehow he was able to pass his bar exam.
But why would he say that?
It must be pretty low.
Why would
low
you
standards?
Why would
now.
you tell people that you're a time traveler? His father got him into the business of time traveling, using him as a test subject with a super duper top secret time traveling program called Project Pegasus.
Super duper secret, not just regular secret.
Oh, so I've been time traveling since I was 6.
Not. So this isn't secret. This isn't super secret. This is super duper top secret.
My dad works at Time Nintendo.
Time to
He told me that the new Zelda from the future is going to come out. It's secret stuff. Don't tell
Yeah,
me.
I already have it at home, but you can't come and play it.
Yeah,
Only
but I
can play
I
it.
can't show you. I can only brag to you about it.
Mm-hmm.
While his first trip was just across the country, New York to New Mexico, I thought it was time traveling, not teleportation.
Right.
He not only says that he went back to hear Lincoln's Gettysburg Address in New Mexico when he was 10, but he also that he has a picture of himself in 1863.
I get why they had the Lincoln shadow now.
Here's the thing, right? He found a picture of a guy from 63 who looked like him. And then he went around saying he was a time traveler.
Exactly. I mean, like when you're a kid, you can just be like, yeah, that's me right there.
It's an icebreaker, you
Because
know.
most kids look the same. Like almost every kid. Like if somebody were to show me a picture of a huge amount of kids and I'm in that picture, I probably won't be able to pick myself out of it.
That's pretty ageist of you, I think. Saying all kids look the same, jeez, man.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta get a bit more progressive. All right.
All kids' lives matter.
Exactly. Because kids are us from the past.
That's right.
According
to... God, just blew my mind.
Yeah, I hope so. According to Basiago, the government gets first-hand experience of other times in a few ways. They've created chronovision, a sort of magic mirror on the wall. Who's the fairest of them all device. That was a quote. Sorry, I didn't read that right.
Okay.
A sort of magic mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all device. They'll let you look into another time from the comfort of your own living room. And they have repurposed some of Nikola Tesla's work to travel. I don't think he made time travel. I'm just going to say that right now.
If he did, he would have prevented his own death.
He was trying to make wireless energy, and they didn't do that either.
Or maybe he's Elon Musk in disguise. Oh my God!
No.
Have you ever seen a picture of Elon Musk as a kid? I haven't.
You ever seen a picture of Elon Musk and Tesla side by side? I haven't.
Oh my God.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
Let's see. Basiago did it. And in 2012, he went public with a claim that Barack Obama was also a chrononaut. Like an astronaut, but through time.
And this guy's a lawyer.
Yeah.
This guy. How?
He time traveled.
How is he a lawyer?
He decided to use his lifetime of time traveling knowledge to become a lawyer.
Who's hiring this guy?
Time travelers, obviously.
Desperate. He's in a really small town, and he's
Look,
the only lawyer available.
When you bring King Tut back to the present, and he kills someone because it's just his culture, like he's king, he can kill who he wants, and then he gets arrested, who's he gonna call? Time traveling lawyer.
Oh yeah, you're right. Oh my God.
Someone's got to claim that he's from a different time.
He's creating his own work for himself.
That sounds illegal.
How is he even gonna? You know what? Never mind.
Well, anyway, Barack Obama was also a chrononaut,
Yep.
and then they went to Mars together as part of a 10-member team. Like, why would he just out Barack Obama like that? Like, Barack Obama's keeping that all hush-hush, and he's like, actually, my personal friend Barack Obama and I went to Mars together.
He's like, oh my gosh, shh, be quiet, man.
This is where it falls apart, because even if you can time travel, there's no reason you can go to Mars.
I like how it's like the White House denied it.
Yeah.
It's like, it wouldn't be like the White House arrested this guy because he's gone fully
Here's
insane.
the statement, the White House denied it. That's pretty much saying that, yeah, it happened. It's whenever they deny something, it's just the opposite. Now, if they said it was true, they'd also be saying it happened. So
what if they just came out and said, you know what, you caught us. This actually happened.
The only way to survive this is to not say anything at all, I think.
It's like we reached out to the White House for comment, but all we got was laughter on the other end.
They'd only deny it if it was actually true, all right?
They asked if this was a prank call.
If you're thinking he should probably already know whether his presidential bid was successful, silly you for thinking time travel is that precise.
Oh, wow.
You know, Basiago says he doesn't know he'll
he
be
does
either
know.
vice president or president at some point between 2016 and 2028. Okay, let's keep that name in our heads up to 2028, all right?
So
See if
right now
Basiago-
we're going at 2020, right? You got Biden and Trump, so that's going to take you to 2024.
So
it would have to be
definitely runs.
in the next, I don't know, 8
Next
years.
election.
You got 2 elections left.
He's gonna pop up. You'll see. Basiago, my man. I'm gonna vote for him. If I see his name, I'm gonna vote for him.
Yeah, you have to go
Although
get yourself
I can't because
American citizenship.
I'm not in America, but I would. You know,
Just message somebody down there that doesn't want to vote. It's like, hey, go vote for this guy. I'm like,
go vote for Basiago. He's a time traveler. Like, really?
Like,
Wow.
oh my god, I got to vote for this guy.
He can use his future knowledge to prevent huge disasters.
If he was really a time traveler, couldn't he just win the lottery multiple times in a row?
Listen, time travel is not precise, all right? You
I
can take
guess
10
not.
people to Mars, but and survive.
I guess
somehow.
he could travel in time somewhere and just forget to look at what the lotto numbers are.
He can go to Gettysburg to see the dress, but he can't, specifically look at his own future
Mm-hmm.
for some reason. And honestly, we hope so. He says, becomes president, he hopes so. He says that not only is he going to go public with all the time travel knowledge you could possibly want, he's also going to put Bigfoot on the endangered species list. Yes,
Wow.
he's met a father and son Bigfoot. He didn't just watch the movie
Or
about
as
Bigfoot.
People in the rest of the world call him, Big Meter
Yes.
instead of Bigfoot.
All right, let's get this out of the way. A meter is way bigger than a foot,
That's
implying that he's some kind of giant kaiju.
right. That's right.
All right.
He's got the big clown feet. That's what it is.
She's got clown shoes.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a girl with clown shoes. I think we can just put that the rest right now. It's about time we had some government officials who are concerned about the welfare of our endangered creatures.
Yeah, right?
Wow.
Oh, my God.
Tell me about...
that Australian time travel study group. And it's got a picture of some guy with a Windows 96. He looks excited.
He's got a lot of packages and a lot of boxes of Windows 95.
Oh, my God. He looks so excited. Yeah, it's a Windows 95. I don't know why I said 6. But yeah, Windows 95. Oh, my God. This is before XP. They didn't even have the grass fields, man. What are they doing?
What was the bad one? I think XP was good and the one after was bad.
Vita.
Vita.
Vita was the bad one. Okay, so the Australian Time Travel Study Group. I wonder if Time Traveling Tom was in this. He might have been.
Yeah, I bet so.
Sounds like something a handful of community college kids would name their physics after class study sessions. But it's a very real thing that claims to have been, discovered the proof of time travel. They advertised their group on the side of a bright blue car, and it was enough to convince Vice writer Matt Drogmuller to attend one of the group's workshops. But first, the group's website, which has clearly traveled through time from 1962.
1992.
Oh, 1990.
You got 6 on the brain,
Oh
don't
my
you?
God, dude.
That's the second time.
Maybe I'm going dyslexic here.
Second time you've introduced the word letter 6.
Yeah,
The number 6.
There's a couple of different names and photos of people associated with the group. As Drogmuller found, it's a little unclear who's who and who's responsible for what. It links to the writings of a man named Ronald Pegg, who claims ancient texts that talk about visits from God and other celestial beings are recordings visits from time travelers, and each trip to the past resulted in the creation of every major mythological pantheon and major religion.
All right, so who's the asshole who put on a bird hat and went back in time?
Other claims include that the Archangel Michael is the author Michael Drossinen, who is of course a time traveler, and that the Bible and other religion texts describe modern objects like CDs, computer cables, and mouses, and for some reason the 1948 Israeli census. Now, the thing is, so like, we keep screwing up the future, right? And so time traveler goes back in time, and he's like, listen, he's like, stop all the hate. We just need to spread love. Don't judge other people. Just work together, and you'll all be great. And then he like leaves, just thinking to himself like, yeah, man, everything's gonna turn out great. And then he gets back to the future, and people are like waging wars over the different religious beliefs. It's like, wait, no.
It's like he goes back, he does that, comes back to the future. It's like everything's a little bit better. It's like, yeah, I think it worked. And then it's like someone else is like, okay, wait, there's still some things you gotta fix. I'll go back and fix those things. He goes back, starts a second religion, comes back to the future, and then massive wars happen.
He comes back to the Crusades. It's like, oh God,
what have I done? Days of Hope.
And then he just like the last time in the Bible where like God's like, okay, like I'm done talking with you. You're on your own now. That was just a time traveler going back and just smashing the time traveling device.
I'm not coming back. God's abandoning us. No.
This is the last time. This is all. I literally gave you a blueprint to having a perfect civilization. Now just go with it.
I helped you with your pyramids. I wore the funny bird hat. just get out of here.
Apparently there's more. Okay. That's not proof of time travel. You're saying that's just crazy talk. Fortunately, Drogmuller wrote about the proof that he was shown at the workshop. And he says it's Windows 95. Loading Windows 95 and going through the black boot screen, the Windows sound supposedly coincides with the writings and Genesis and Revelations. Revelations in particular talks about an ancient book with 7 seals, and the 7th is 144,000. The file that launches good old Windows 95 is 143,442 bytes. Bam. Ironclad proof right there. It's like he thinks that Windows 95 was just magically appeared, that nobody coded it.
You know, it's off.
Nobody wrote the code.
It's off by 668 bytes, but you know, it's pretty much exact.
Oh my god.
Wow. Ironclad proof. All right. I mean, and I believe it. Sure.
Mm-hmm.
George Van Tassel's time machine.
My god.
There's a video, but I'm not gonna click it.
Nope. Somebody's sitting in looks like a really comfy chair, actually.
He's a lot of chairs.
Yeah.
What is this? Is that his house?
Hey, look, there's a picture of a UFO on the wall.
Is he have like a stone wall? What is this? It looks
What is
like
that? Yeah. Is that a cave?
I guess it's
Are
a
they in
basement.
cave?
I don't know. There's some words up here. Let's just skip that. George Van Tassel took a slightly different approach to building his time machine. Like, you know, opposed to the usual way to build a time machine.
Mm-hmm.
His was called the Integratron. I think it's that right. Integratron, yeah. And the point wasn't to pick up a person and take them somewhere else. The point was to erase all the effects time had on a person's body.
So,
prolonging their life.
erasing them from history?
Wouldn't they freeze in space? Become a mannequin?
Like, if you, like, erased all the time effects, you would disappear. Because your body would... There would be no age. Like,
Here's what happens. You would freeze in the spot, the earth would move, and you would stay still.
Yeah.
And if, God forbid, if the earth was moving towards you, right there, then your body would get shot through.
Collided with Earth, yeah.
It would go through the core. Let's see.
So we'll suspend our disbelief and keep going.
Yes. Your atoms would freeze. You'd become cold. Where was I here? Erase all effects of the person's body, prolonging their life so they could travel through time. The long route. Only forward, though. According to Van Tassel, he received the plans for the Integratron.
So he's talking about, like, what was it, like hypersleep? Or, like, what is it?
He's basically talking about cryosleep.
Yeah,
But using
cryosleep.
time and not ice, which sounds safer. He received the plans by a man named Soganda. Soganda had come to Earth from his home planet of Venus. Oh yeah.
Nice.
Appeared at the end of Van Tassel's bed on August 24th, 1953.
Wait, a man? When he came from Mars? I hear women comes from Venus.
No, men come from Jupiter to get more stupider. Women come... No, wait a minute. No, how'd that go? Men go to Mars to get more candy bars. Girls go to Jupiter to get more stupider.
So I guess they would go to Venus to get more...
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not going to finish that one because of YouTube, but you know what I'm saying.
Well, I'm just going to stick with Mars and candy bars. That's all the same to you.
That's safer.
Who wouldn't? Let's see. He'd come to Earth from his home planet Venus, appeared at the end of his bed on 1953, and passed along a 17-page equation that held the secret to erasing the effects of time on a cellular level. Oh, I see.
Did he tell him that, or did he just hand him this page of numbers and he just walks away? He's like, what is this?
So he went to a cellular level and not an atomic level, so he wouldn't freeze in space.
Okay.
To raise money for the construction of Integratron, Van Tassel organized a series of UFO conventions that attracted thousands, hoping to find kindred spirits who also had an extraterrestrial contact. The Integratron was never finished, but it still stands, without its mechanical workings, and whether or not you believe in time travel, you still have to admire its acoustic properties. I'm guessing it's like a nice, interesting
Wait,
room.
was that the, I heard of something that a guy made. He made, like, this engine that was supposed to be the non-fuel engine or something like that, but they haven't gotten it to work yet.
Is that recent or in the past?
It was in the past 10, 15 years ago, I guess.
Oh, interesting.
Maybe it wasn't that long ago, but I remember hearing about it.
That could be an interesting topic.
Yeah, maybe we'll look at that next time.
Van Tassel was no slouch, and his background was in aviation. So why did the alien come to him? Forget it. An employee both Lockheed Aircraft and Hughes Aviation. Oh, of both, yeah. He spent 25 years working on building the complex machinery that he claimed was an electrostatic generator to repair damage to cellular structure and recharge the human body. He likened it to a car battery, and according to those who interviewed him and his own memoir, I rode a flying saucer, that's the memoir, he was completely 100% certain time travel wasn't just possible, but aliens have given him the key. It's definitely a much more optimistic alien encounter tale than we usually get, that's for sure.
So, he has this 17-page document of an equation, but he's never released it to the public for anybody else to look at and try to make their own time travel machine.
It was trusted to him. Only he could unlock
Now,
time.
imagine you're an alien. You're coming down. So you're in space, like you're coming down to Earth. You see before you like cities, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you see down below you like a bunch of suburban houses that all look the same.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, this random house right here, I'm gonna beam down to it and then walk inside and give it to this guy laying in the bed.
I'm gonna go up to his bed while he sleeps. I'm gonna sit there silently until he wakes up and gets creeped out, and then I'm gonna give him 17 pages on like 14 by 9 whatever the dimensions are, pieces of paper.
I'm sure you could probably
in English.
They could see from space where like they're launching spacecrafts into space. If I was an alien, I'd be like, okay, these guys clearly are seeing like how to do propulsion in space. I'm gonna give it to one of them.
I'm gonna give it to the guy who makes airplanes, not the spacecraft.
And again, this alien was able to write the equation out in not his own language, but in like, I guess I'm supposing this guy was English.
I think that's the more feasible part, honestly.
And use humans' number system, and not like some kind of alien number system.
So why didn't he just build a machine and give it to him straight out? Why give him equations that don't really translate exactly to a machine?
So you're an alien. You got to figure out what their language is that you're landing at, how they write down their measurements of numbers, and then write that out onto paper using their own pen, I guess. I don't know. You have to suspend so much disbelief.
I assume they used like an electronic printer to just print the thing that linked on.
I don't know. But anyways, what did you think about those stories, Sir Goose?
I mean, is that it? But there's so many more. Should we part 2 of this?
Yeah, maybe we'll bring this back at some point.
There's still a bunch more.
There's a lot more.
Well, we're gonna part 2
We're
this.
kind of out of time at the moment, but like, what did you think so far?
I liked it so far.
I mean, like,
I'm interested in time travel stories.
If you could suspend your disbelief enough to believe all
that.
that.
You really gotta suspend.
I think that'd be pretty cool if somebody's actually working
I'm hoping
on a
for the one story that you like. It might not be true, but you can't deny it at all. Like, you know, like that last story was somewhat conceivable, stopping cells on a cellular level, but I feel like that's because it caused a lot of problems. Like, would they reproduce? Would you get cancer? You know, well, what if they don't reproduce and you get cut? And then what happens? Then does it heal? Do you have to stop your time machine to heal it?
I'm pretty sure if they actually had a machine that would revert like time on the body, like there would be so many rich people that would look like they're in their 20s or in their teens again.
Well, this didn't revert.
Because
this just it stopped.
It would just pause it.
Yeah, it paused your cellular death.
Yeah, but if they actually had like a machine that could reverse time on your body, there would be so many like billionaires that are like old in their 80s, like teenagers again.
Yeah.
Because they would instantly just pay to be a teenager.
What if there was a machine? It costs a lot to use, but there's a machine. It doesn't make you young. It just gives you youth. So like you'll look younger, you'll feel younger, but you'll still die at the same time. Would you use it?
Yes.
I guess it's no downside aside from the expensiveness. What if you only had like 4 years left to live, and you used the last of your money to do that? Would you?
Yeah, I would, because then you could like go on like
not
hiking trips. Like you could climb mountains.
You're not gonna give the last bit of money to your family when you pass.
Why would they need money?
Inheritance. You don't think they might benefit from your
Do
death?
you know how much money I got saved? Not enough for them to care.
This is old you. This is old you though. Like assuming you had a nice, like easy, successful business. Maybe you're a shoemaker or something. I don't know. You make shoes.
I would still use the money.
You're a cobbler or like a blacksmith. Maybe you deliver milk bottles. I don't know.
It would be my money, so yes, I would use it.
Okay. And then you'll be young and you'll look at your family who's like in debt and having trouble, and you'll be like, "Sucks to be you. I'm young again."
I'd be like, I taught you not to go into debt. What are you doing? What are you doing?
I'm gonna go
I'd
find
be like,
my son.
For shame. For shame on you all. Dishonor.
Gonna challenge my son to be bald and slam his ass.
Anyways, next time on the Folklore Scrolls, I guess we'll look at that engine that doesn't need fuel and see how that goes.
Or continue these ones because
or continue this.
I'm interested.
Let
in
us
finishing
know
these.
down in the comments what you want. I'll let you later.
That one person, let us know what you want specifically.
right.
We do this for you, only for you.
That's right.
Okay, goodbye.